The best-selling beauty products on Amazon. Hi, I'm Laura Ray, and right now my face is totally naked. We are going to go from start to finish, and I'm going to show you some of the best-selling products on Amazon. Some of these I've used for a long time, some are newer to me, but I want to share with you my take on them, and I would love to hear in the comments if you have tried any of these. Before we start, my lips are feeling a little dry. I'm going to put on the NYX Fat Oil. This is probably my favorite lip oil. I just love it. It's got a small little doe foot applicator, but it's the product itself. It feels like a lip mask. So I like to put this on anytime that my lips feel dry. I've worn it to bed before. It has quickly become a bestseller on Amazon, and I think that's why. It's very hydrating. It just feels very comforting on my lips. Some of the lip oils I have tried have quickly faded away and really didn't do much. This seems to really hydrate the lips. The COSRX Advanced Snail Mucin Power Essence. This is amazing. I see why it gets rave reviews. It's just so hydrating. I'm going to put some on before I put anything else on my skin just to get it super hydrated. I love this. I initially tried it out in a travel kit. They had a little travel kit with different COSRX products that ran around $25. And instantly I fell in love with this because it feels so calming on the skin, so hydrating, yet it's not heavy. So many moisturizers are just too heavy for my skin. By the way, right now I have combination skin. I do get oily in the T-zone, but the rest of my skin is pretty normal to sometimes dry. The nice thing about this nail mucin is it dries pretty quickly, but while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. Now, it just so happens that my favorite brow product is a big seller on Amazon. It's so affordable. It's the NYX. It's their Microbrow Pencil. I'm in the shade Taupe. And taupe is sort of hard to find. A lot of brands don't have it. They go from blonde to light brown. And I find that taupe is the best match for me because my real natural hair color is more like a light to medium brown. What I love about this pencil is I can draw in little hairs and make it look very natural. Recently, I tried one of those brow stamping products where you lay the stencil and you stamp. Oh my gosh, I look like Groucho Marx. It just was not natural looking. I like that this, you can really just draw the hairs in little tiny strokes and get a very natural looking brow. I don't want a brow where someone comes up to me and can see what I've done, or that it looks like I've just painted on a brow, which is what that stamper looked like. So needless to say, I wouldn't recommend that. Now, while I'm drawing my brows, I'm noticing my nails. This is one of the best-selling nail products. I've talked about ILNP for so many years. This shade happens to be Olivia, but I love it on my nails. It's sort of a, this is only one coat, by the way. I'm going to go in with another coat, but it's like a pink, and then it looks mauve-y. It just has so many different colors to it. That's what I love about the ILNP. The polish is just so amazing. I can't take my eyes off of it. They have some of the most beautiful holographic nail polish that I've ever seen. But initially, it was a little harder to get, but Amazon has it, and for not too bad of a price. By the time you pay the shipping and everything on ILNP, it's around $13 or $14. But the good news is with the ILNP, the polish lasts the longest of any polish that I use. And when I do my brows, I sort of build them by going back and forth so I can try to make them look as even as I can. I go for sort of this method where you line up here at the beginning And then here is my high point, and then out here is where I'm going to end it. So I'm going to draw a little more brow just to fill in there a little bit. I don't pluck my brows anymore. I do shave them, just the hairs with my little Schick razors I've talked about down here. And the rest I try to let grow so they'll get a little bit fuller. So I think that looks pretty good. The nice thing about this pencil is you have the spoolie right here. We used to have to pull out another beauty tool to do that, but most companies now put a spoolie right on it. So I think that's great. And we're done with the brows. This is under $10, a great pencil. Now that the essence is dry, I'm going to go on with the Dermatology Universal Tinted Moisturizer Sunscreen. This is a 46. So many of you have said you purchased it, and I wanted you to see the texture of it. It's on the thin side to medium, and I didn't feel when I tested this versus Alana Mitchell that this had as much pigment to it. But it does spread beautifully. I feel like the Alana Mitchell can be worn alone, or I feel more comfortable with that. When I wear this, I feel like I need to put foundation on. But I know many of you love it, and it is more affordable, and it's a top seller on Amazon. So as I'm looking at my skin, I don't really see that I'm getting much coverage of any kind of broken capillaries or redness. I feel it gives a little more than maybe a typical sunscreen would. But I love the feel of it. It blends nice. It doesn't give me any rash or anything. I've worn it, and it just really hydrates the skin. I like that it gives that moisture. And so we'll go ahead and put that on. Now I know that you need to use about 1/4 to 1/2 of a teaspoon. I'm not going outside today at all. I'm indoors, so I feel like what I've put on for right now is good. And then we're going to go ahead and put on some eyeshadow. These NYX pencils have been around a long time, and they are still top sellers. I think they're great. They're under $5. And I have several shades here. What I thought I would do is mix a couple. The first one I want to show you is Frosting, and this is a very light champagne shade. Now, when I use these pencils, I really don't need an eye primer. I'm going to do it without eyeshadow primer today because this covers any discoloration or anything that I have. And I think the thinner amount of product on the eyes, just like with foundation or blush, the better that my skin looks. So these are so easy because you really can just draw right on the eye. I think that's beautiful. Now that with a little liner would work. You don't need to get too complicated, but I'm going to go in with this shade, which is French Fries. This is a very popular shade of theirs. And I'm just going to put it in the outer corner of the eye. What you can do to blend this even better is take a little eyeshadow brush and just tap and sort of blend it. That looks really nice. And I'm just going to go like this to bring it up a little bit above the mobile lid. Oh, I really like that. Now it's really blended in. If I want it to be a little deeper, I could go in with dark brown. I'm going to use that as my eyeliner today too, but I'm going to put a little bit in the outer corner like that and just blend it. I was watching one of my favorite soap operas, my only favorite soap opera, I should say, The Bold and the Beautiful. I have to admit, I love that show. I've watched it since it came on the air. I think it came on the air around the time I got married, maybe 1985 or so, either that or the year after. But Brooke, one of the characters, I was looking at her eye makeup the other day, and this is exactly how they did it. They had just a little deeper edge, and I thought it looked so pretty on her eyes. All right, let's go ahead in and use that dark brown crayon as an eyeliner. Oh, these work great for eyeliner because they just glide on the eyes. And I'm going to take that brush again and just sort of blend it like that so it looks softer. Oh, I really like that. Let's try a little under the eye. Just in the outer third. I really like this look. I'm going to take my Jillian Dempsey brush and just blend a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other eye. This is so easy. This is a quick out the door look. I know it seems like it takes longer when I'm explaining it, but I just added a little more of the frosting. Let's go in with French fries on the outer corner. Now you could use your finger. You could take your finger and pat like that. That's what a lot of people do. And that will work. That's another reason these crayons are so easy. I'm going to use my Jillian Dempsey brush because I love the way this is shaped. I can get into the areas better and get a nice look. Add a little bit more on this side. Now let's go ahead in with the dark brown as a liner. I'll show you what I used to clean up too in just a minute. Yeah, I like this. I've used these crayons for years and they really do stay on even without a primer, at least on my eyes. You could use a primer if you have very oily lids and this type of makeup slides around, then I would recommend using like the Wet n Wild primer and then going in with the crayon, but I really like this look. By the way, you could also use the Jumbo Milk Pencil as primer. A lot of people will put that on first to make the shade of whatever eyeshadow, whether it's cream or powder, really pop because it gives that strong white base. So this is another tool that I love because you can use it on your eyes or your lips. I like to use it to create an ombre lip look. So maybe I'll show you that a little bit later. But I'm happy with this. I didn't clean up my eyes yet because I still want to put on mascara. There are a lot of top selling mascaras. What I'm doing right now is a little lash trick here. I'm going upside down to straighten the lashes and then turning the curler and going right side up. The mascara I chose for today is the Sky High. Now this is one of Amazon's top selling mascaras. I bet it's one of the top selling anywhere right now. Now this wasn't a top seller, but I love the way it looks with this primer, so I want to show it to you if you haven't seen it. I have shown it in other videos, but this is their Sky High primer in black. And I love what this does for my lashes. It thickens them, it lengthens them. I love using this alone on my bottom lashes. So I apply this to the bottom and then don't even bother putting mascara on top. This is a very flexible wand, so you can get really close to the bottom of your lashes and just let it sit there for a minute and wiggle your lashes around, and it'll really thicken them up a lot. So I love this. I want to put this whole thing on one eye so you can see the difference between the two. Let's go ahead and do the bottom lashes while I'm at it. So I just coat the bottom lashes and then don't bother with any kind of mascara on top because this is black and it gives plenty of definition. And now we'll go in with the actual Sky High. Now I see that I'm getting a little mess up here, so I'm going to let that sit and I'll get that off with a Q-tip at the end. But the Sky High has that same wand as the primer. And you will see as I go in with this that the lashes really build. Even my husband noticed these lashes, and he doesn't usually talks about lipstick a lot with me, but not my lashes. And he said, wow, your eyes look amazing. And I was wearing this mascara. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up with a Q-tip on my lid. And you just want to let your mascara sit for a minute or two, and then it usually just comes right off. That I just got on. All right, so let's take a peek at the difference between my right eye, which has the Sky High primer and mascara, and this eye, which has nothing yet. This technique that I'm using for my lashes is not mine. It was a technique I saw on TikTok, and it really does work because you get your lashes flat, straight, and then when you go to curl them, they really curl because you're getting all the way to that base of the lash. So it's worked great for me. I've been doing that now. So we'll go in with the Sky High. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite mascara? I know a lot of women don't like putting mascara on the bottom lashes, but I feel like it opens my eyes up more. And I'm reading an older book by Trish McEvoy, and she talked about it in that, and she said, do what makes you comfortable. If you feel better with your lashes having a coat on the bottom lash, she said, do it. So I'm doing it because I really like it. It's funny how from eye to eye, your lashes are a little different. Where I have more lashes differs between eye to eye. I see I have more lashes on the inner corner of my left eye than my right eye. That's different. Let's see if I can give a little more definition there. Wow, for me, these are good looking lashes. I love this. I can see why this is a top seller for Amazon. They look great. They look full. They look long as they can for my own natural lashes. I'm not a fan of false lashes. I just don't like putting them on. These two together are giving me great results. When I want to clean up after I've done eye makeup, I use the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water, and this is the all-in-one waterproof. It says it removes waterproof makeup. I just put a little bit on a Q-tip. This is great for cleaning up your eyeliner, and I just run it under the eye like this. And on the side here, I like to roll it too, just roll it along the eye to get off any extra mascara, any extra eyeliner or eyeshadow, and it just cleans everything up. This is a bestseller for Amazon, and I can tell why. It really works nicely and doesn't create an oily mess in the under eye. That's why I prefer this over a makeup remover. I just feel like it doesn't dry out my under eyes and cleans it up without making it oily. Look what I got. I bought the Angie Hot and Flashy Concealer Brush from BK Beauty. I ordered this a few days ago. I really like it. It's cut at a slant. So many of you probably have it. I'm a little late to the party, but I'm going to use it to apply one of the top selling eye brighteners. It's from Catrice. And I've been talking about this for a long time. It looks so much like the Becca. I like this better for me. Now, my daughter still likes the Becca better because it's a lot heavier. But for me, the Becca's too heavy for my mature skin. So I like using this one. And I just use a patting motion like this. Wow, that looks beautiful. I love this brush. I'm so glad that I bought it. Let's compare the two sides. This is with the Catrice and then without it. Wow, I love this brush. If you've tried it, let me know in the comments what you think of it. I've been using it for a few days, and I ordered this, and I ordered one of Lisa's new lipsticks, and I love that too. But this worked great. I love the look of this. This is so affordable. I can't believe how much this is. It's around $6. But all the prices will be listed in the description below. If you just hit the more button, everything will be there. Now what I'm going to do is something I don't usually do. I'm going to use powder foundation. And one of the top selling ones on Amazon is the Laura Gellar, the Baked Balance and Brighten Color Correcting Foundation. So I've talked about this before. I used to not like this because I thought it didn't give me enough coverage. But as my skin has improved, and I talked about that recently in a video, how I got rid of the redness in my face and improved my skin, this has become a favorite. Now, I purchased her Kabuki brush because I thought, I wonder if it would work better with her brush than other ways I was applying it. I was trying it with a sponge. I was trying it with other brushes. And this is the one that she shows in all of her instruction videos. So I'm in the shade medium, and I thought it would be great to see how would this look over the Dermatology sunscreen, since that is one that's a favorite of many of yours and also of people on Amazon. So I'm going into the product and just swirling it just like Laura does. I'm going to tap a little bit off, and I see a lot of times women swiping it on like this. So I'm going to do that. Normally when I apply these kind of products, I sort of do a pushing method, so we can sort of try both and see how it works. Wow. The brush makes a difference. I can tell you that. And the reason I'm saying that is usually I have to keep going over the same areas. And I think because this brush is so dense and there's so many hairs, it picks up more product. And it seems like just going over my skin with this, it's doing a lot better than some of the brushes that I've tried. So I can see why she sells this to go along with the product. Let me know in the comments if you've used this, but you've used a different brush, or if you use the same brush, if you feel it's worth it. Oh, I like the look of this. So here's with the Baked Balance and Brighten in medium on this side, and here's with only the Dermatology sunscreen. I definitely can see a difference, especially in the cheek area. My pores look a lot less noticeable. They almost look like my mom. My mom has no pores. Danielle and I always joke about that, like her skin in here is just poreless. I don't know how I didn't get that gene, but now let's go here. Wow. It's like I literally am brushing away the pores. Oh, I know Danielle's going to want this now. This is amazing. And it seems to be covering my capillaries pretty good. Right in here, they're not very noticeable. Someone asked me in a last video, would I have my capillaries done? And trust me, I've thought about it. But I've mentioned before that I had my spider veins in my legs done a couple of times in my lifetime. Once when I was 27, and then again when I was in my 40s. And within about 2 years, they all come back. And it's quite a process to go through. You have to wear these compression stockings for a couple of weeks. You have to shower with them on for the first few days. So it was so much to go through, not mentioning all the pain from all the needles of having it done. So I doubt I'll do it. I'll just use makeup to cover it up, because it was a lot of money, and I just feel like it was not money well spent. Wow, this does look amazing. Oh, look at how nice this looks. It looks great over the Dermatology sunscreen, and now I can tell you after using the brush, it makes a huge difference. So if you've ever purchased this before but didn't buy the brush, I would really recommend it, because this makes me love the product even more. One of Amazon's top selling bronzers is from Physicians Formula, their butter bronzer. Now they sent me this. This is a limited edition. It's such a cool product. It came in special packaging that can be recycled and with seeds in it that you can put in your yard and grow flowers. So I'm going to try those. But I do love the butter bronzer. It's beautiful. It's soft. I'm going to just add a little bit around the perimeter of my face, on the cheeks, just to give a healthy look to the skin. Wow, it looks nice. I like this one. Let's see, this is light bronzer. I think I was going too dark. If you have a medium skin tone, you might want to consider using a light bronzer, because when I did, it looked a lot more high-end, like Charlotte Tilbury's. When I stopped using these bronzers that were medium shade, I think they were just too much and didn't look very natural on my skin. But this is a beautiful shade. I got to give credit to Milani because their baked blush is still one of the top selling blushes on Amazon. I love Luminoso. It is such a beautiful peachy shade with a little tiny bit, I would say, of pink in it. Just so pretty. I think it's perfect for summer, spring, really any time of year. Look at what that did for my cheeks. It just really brought them to life. It's one of my favorite blushes of all time. Let me know if you've ever tried it in the comments. I know so many of you have. It is just beautiful, so affordable, and I think rivals a lot of high-end blushes. I'm going to go ahead and take off the NYX oil that I had on my lips, and we're going to put on one of the top-selling lipsticks on Amazon, and that's from Revlon. I love Revlon lipsticks. So many times I'll buy them and they'll be like $5.50. So affordable. The packaging is beautiful. This shade is a classic, Primrose, number 668. I've bought this so many times. It is a gorgeous pink, and I believe it was a dupe for a MAC lipstick shade, which is when I first heard about it several years ago. But this is so pretty. It's very hydrating, and when you're putting it over your lips after you've had a lip oil, it really glides. But these lipsticks have so many skincare ingredients in them. I know a lot of them have shea butter, avocado oil. So these are just top quality, so affordable. I never feel like I'm missing out on anything when I use a Revlon lipstick. Now, most likely the top selling lip gloss, if not number one, close to it, on Amazon is the NYX Butter Gloss. I thought that would be perfect to put on this. I love this combination I've been doing. This is strawberry cheesecake. Who doesn't love strawberry cheesecake? Especially like me when you have a dairy allergy. This is the only way I can get strawberry cheesecake. Oh, look it. So beautiful. This is a great combination. Oh, I just love this. Beautiful look for summer, spring, just a nice pink. These are affordable. These are under $5. So these great little glosses always stay in my purse. I want to show you those tips I was talking about with the NYX Jumbo Pencil and one of the top selling sponges on Amazon, which is from a company called Beakey. And this is super soft, really nice. This is what the packaging looks like, and it comes with a lot of different shades. You can get a pink sponge, yellow, here's the blue. But what I'm going to do is do a little highlighter here. I'm going to take the Jumbo Milk Pencil, put it right here, and just blend it out to brighten the cheekbone here, and just blend nice. And it gives a nice highlight without being super bright and glossy. It just brings a little white brightness there to this area of the face. I'm finding that it helps too with the warmth of your finger to work the product in, and then you can take your sponge and just sort of blend it all together. Now this is good for down the nose too, to just sort of brighten that area. Maybe do the chin like that. And then I'm just going to rub my finger. I bet you that Angie brush would work good. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that worked great. Great for blending. Now you could do your Cupid's bow. Add a little bit here. Boy, the Angie brush works great for that. This would probably be good for cleaning up too around the lips. You could always go back with your Balance and Brighten powder if there's any area that looks like shiny or needs to blend better. I'm going to blend that NYX pencil in a little bit better. And I always take it down the neck too, so that everything is well blended. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. That way you'll know when I upload videos, and also I put out community posts when I see great deals on makeup or skincare that I know you're interested in. I always try to post those, so if you're subscribed to the channel, then you'll receive those notifications. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know. I'd also like to do one of these maybe on skincare. If you're interested in that, tell me in the comments. I appreciate and love you all so much. I hope you have a blessed week, and I'll see you soon.